Ever had that moment? Your heart's pounding, your palms are sweaty, and your brain just freezes. It could be a big presentation, a crucial exam, or even just a tough conversation. We've all been there. That feeling of pressure can be overwhelming, making it impossible to think straight. But what if I told you that you could train your brain to stay cool, calm, and collected, even when the stakes are high? It's not magic, it's science. And today we're going to break down exactly what happens to your brain under pressure and, more importantly, share some powerful science-backed strategies you can start using right now to master your mind and perform at your best when it matters most. So, what's actually going on in your head when you feel that pressure mounting? It all starts with your amygdala, the brain's threat detector. When it senses a high-stakes situation, it hits the panic button, flooding your system with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This is your body's ancient fight-or-flight response kicking in. It's great if you're facing a saber-toothed tiger, but not so great when you need to solve a complex problem. This hormonal surge effectively hijacks your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thought, decision-making, and working memory. Suddenly, your brain power is diverted from clear thinking to pure survival instinct. That's why you might forget your lines, make silly mistakes, or feel completely blank. Your brain isn't broken, it's just defaulting to a more primitive, less helpful setting. Now for the good news. You are not at the mercy of your amygdala. You can actively manage this stress response. One of the most powerful tools is simply your breath. When you feel pressure building, take a moment to focus on slow, deep diaphragmatic breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. This technique, sometimes called box breathing or physiological sigh, directly activates your vagus nerve. This nerve is the main highway of your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's rest and digest system. It acts like a brake on the stress response, lowering your heart rate, reducing cortisol levels, and telling your brain, hey, we're safe. You can turn the prefrontal cortex back on now. It sounds simple, but it's a proven biological hack to regain control. Another game-changing strategy is reframing your mindset. Our brains often interpret pressure as a threat, which triggers that unhelpful stress response. But what if you could reframe it as a challenge or an opportunity? Researchers at Harvard found that when people were taught to view their stress symptoms like a racing heart, as a sign that their body was energized and preparing them for a challenge, their performance improved significantly. Instead of thinking, oh no, I'm so nervous, try telling yourself, this feeling means my body is getting ready to do its best. This simple mental shift changes your entire physiological response from one of fear to one of excitement and readiness. You're not eliminating the pressure, you're changing your relationship with it. Let's talk about preparation. We often think choking under pressure is a mental failure in the moment, but it's frequently a result of how we practice. Simply rehearsing something until it's perfect in a calm environment isn't enough. You need to practice under pressure. This is called stress inoculation. If you have a big speech, don't just practice in your room. Practice in front of a few friends. Record yourself and watch it back. Set a timer. Intentionally add small, manageable stressors to your practice sessions. This trains your brain to perform the task automatically, even when your prefrontal cortex is a little fuzzy. It builds what athletes call muscle memory for your mind, so your skills are accessible even when you're feeling the heat. Finally, a powerful technique used by elite performers everywhere is visualization. Before the high-pressure event, take some time to close your eyes and mentally walk through the entire scenario, picturing yourself succeeding. Don't just see it, feel it. Imagine the confidence, the clarity of thought, the feeling of accomplishment at the end. This isn't just wishful thinking. Neuroscientific studies show that visualizing an action activates the same neural pathways in the brain as actually performing it. You're essentially creating a mental blueprint for success. When the real moment arrives, your brain has already been there. It feels familiar, less threatening, and you're more likely to follow the successful script you've already written in your mind. So, the next time you feel the walls closing in, remember these strategies. Control your breath to calm your body. Reframe your stress as a challenge to energize your mind. Practice under pressure to make your skills automatic. And visualize success to pave the way. Thinking clearly under pressure isn't an innate talent, it's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and mastered. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, give this video a like and subscribe for more tips on mastering your mind. Let me know in the comments which strategy you're going to try first. See you next time.